Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Saturday Night's Star Power. We are here to play some Fate in our JoJo's Bizarre Adventure / Jujutsu Kaisen anime bullshit game we do here every other Saturday.
I feel like
Hi,
more
everyone.
words get added to that every single time.
Yeah, it's going to be the whole session by the time we get to like season 6 or whatever of this. Hi, everyone. We're here. Savannah's back. Welcome back. I don't know if that was the side of the screen you're on, or if it's that way, or which way, or down, or up. But yeah, hi. We're here to play some games and have some fun for the next couple hours. Before we get started, jump right back into the game as it exists. We've got some other stuff going on the channel that I would like to tell you about and promote. Get you to come on and join us later. Tomorrow is our normal Slang 201 stream. Still up in the air on that a little bit. We'll see. Savannah's vertical, so she might be up, but we'll see how everyone's feeling tomorrow afternoon. Normally that is at 4 o'clock Eastern time. Stay tuned on our Discord and Twitch or Twitter to get updates on whether or not we're going to be running that tomorrow. If not, then our next scheduled stream will be Monday, hopefully, again, because Savannah runs that one, for The Forgotten. The full lineup of our shows is directly below our faces if you're watching us live on Twitch, along with the systems that we're running and the names of those streams. If you're watching us on YouTube at some point in the future, head over our Twitch page, and you can see whatever we're doing right now, because it's probably ridiculous and a lot of fun. We have lots of stuff for you to do as well to interact with our shows. We've got merch that you can buy to support our channel, t-shirts, tank tops, mugs, all sorts of fun stuff that has ridiculous things that we have said or done on stream, and all of that goes towards helping us make the overlays look all pretty and other assorted things for the channel. So definitely roll in there and support that. Make a great holiday gift. Give it to your aunt who has no idea what any of this stuff means, but I'm sure will give a very confused thank you to you for your gift. And then we have other ways if you want to not spend your real world money, but instead spend the fake money that we give you for watching our streams. You can spend your XP to interact with our channel, and specifically in this game to give the players some boosts, to give them some recovery, to kind of help them in any way, or to name NPCs, which is typically our most popular one, to give me crazy names that I have to work into our shows, like Old Man Randy Savage, which I had to do in Neon Souls 2 weeks ago. So that was fun. Go watch that. I'm going to stop talking for a bit and let my lovely players here introduce themselves, talk about who they are, or what they do on and off this channel, and who they are playing here tonight, starting with Savannah.
It's me. Hi. I'm Savvy. I'm at Savvy Seaworth on the internets, mostly on Twitter, where you can find my streaming schedule pinned to the top of my page. I had surgery, so I can't open my mouth all the way. But I'm here. You can find me on this channel Thursdays through Mondays, either playing in games or running them. And I wanted to mention it because it just went up today, for our channel announcements. Our latest one-shot that we did last weekend called Funtime Dungeon Land, because we didn't get to stream it because the internet was fucked. It went up on YouTube today. So some of us played in that in lieu of Mistborn last week, and it was like a game show with Dungeons and Dragons, and it was really fun. So that's on YouTube. Go watch it. It's all spliced together for your enjoyment. But that's not today. Today I am playing Piper Vega, the brazen professional singer-songwriter who has an anima named Vega, who's a big Transformer-like speaker man. And when I remember, I do the voice of Vespa.
Which I feel like you should just do the entire session here today, because that requires the least amount of mouth movement. You're already kind of drifting towards Vespa.
I know, it's because I'm real nasally right now, because my sinus cavities are super open. A thing everyone wanted to know about.
Next up is RJ.
Hey everybody, I'm RJ, and you can catch me at
You good, friend?
rjustice282. I'm good. I needed to take a minute from that whole nasal cavity thing. Um rjustice282 on Twitter and Twitch. That's where you can find me. I'm in multiple games across the week, especially on Indoor Adventures channel on Mondays. Thursdays over here for the time being Red River Legends, where I play a person. Sorry, it's a time. Back here Saturdays, repeat on and off on both Mistborn and Star Power. Sunday mornings over at the Hype Goblins channel, and until the 28th over at LB Hackham's channel, where we're playing Masks. Today I'm playing Feng. He is a fledgling phantom hunter, and his anima is the Four Emperors. I sometimes voice Omega when, things get rough and he turns into small baby Bean.
He got punched. It was sad.
Sid.
Oh, sorry. Hi, I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on the Twitters at Greek Sid, pretty much exclusively talking about all the crazy shenanigans that I get up to here on this channel. I'm a GTK exclusive currently. Here on every other Saturday. Yeah, you're here. Sundays, Mondays, and on Thursdays. Usually running this shindig on Thursdays, but Val has been nice enough to take the reins because we're in Dallas. That's funny. While I am dealing with madness with musicals. Yay, it's almost over. We open next week. Thank fucking God. But yeah, otherwise, we do have plans. There are plans, and the plans are coming into fruition for what the hell is going to be happening very soon on Thursdays. More to come. Today I'm playing Penny. Penny is the Tech Whiz member of the Isa family. She has the lovely anima of Omega. And when I remember, although I've got my lyrics.com up, I voice Vega.
And last up, Wings.
That's me. Hi, everybody. I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings mostly related to D&D and a lot of things over on the Indoor Adventurers channel. This Sunday, we are finally going to have the last session of Rime of the Frost Maiden. I've been saying this for weeks, almost months now. We will have the last session, for real, this time, absolutely. We're gonna kick some ass, and we're gonna break some hearts, so come and check that out. Otherwise, check me out on Twitter at Danae Keener. You can see the rest of my schedule there and all the things that I'm up to. But today, I'm going to be playing as Vivian Coyle, also known as Vivi, and her anima is Vespa, and occasionally I also voice Black Tortoise, who is one of the Four Emperors.
And I am running this game. I'm Val at the Kraken's Crown on Twitter and Twitch. You can find me here Thursdays through Mondays playing and running games. Like Sid said, I'm running one more week of Red River Legends. The finale of our 3-part series will go up on Thursday. That makes it sound like we pre-recorded it. We didn't. It'll be live. Come join us for that. And otherwise, I run 2 other games on this channel besides this one. On Fridays, I run Neon Souls, which is another Fate game in a sci-fi swashbuckling space adventure, and then on Saturdays, alternating from this game, I run a game called Saturday Night's Mistborn. We're playing the Mistborn RPG based on the novels by Brandon Sanderson. Otherwise, I'm here for a bunch of streams. One other programming note, because I want to say it now because I'll probably forget to say it later. We unfortunately have drawn the short straw here with our Star Power game rotation, and all of us are, or most of us are going to be busy in some way, shape, or form for the next 4 Saturdays. So if we were going by our normal schedule, we would not be streaming again until January 8th, which is 2 months from now. We decided to try to work in a makeup stream in between, maybe 2. So our next live stream for this show, in case you duck out before the end of the show, will be on December 1st. That is a Wednesday. We're planning on starting at 6:30 Eastern time. So come hang out with us for that. We'll do other announcements and stuff between now and then. Y'all ready to get started? Okay.
We all did thumbs up, but yes!
Thank
He
you.
needed verbal confirmation on that.
I just assume confirmation if I don't hear anything from y'all. I assume someone will go, wait, please hold up. No, don't. Dear God, if you don't want me to start. But previously on Saturday night's Star Power, we began with a scene of a man in a blue suit looking out over a golden pillar in a dark, windowless chamber. However, we quickly transitioned back to the night after your shenanigans and other encounters the day before at the casino, where Vivi had a dream of her past and encountered Penny in a field of sunflowers before blacking out. Piper received a call from her alarm company. She and Penny went to investigate and found Aurora, Piper's sister, trying to steal Piper's laptop. Aurora told you she was lying low because of a theft gone wrong at the Platinum Star Casino, and now Stephanie is looking for her. You convinced her to come back to Penny's home and to train with Moxie. Feng, spending the night at home, woke to federal agents raiding the North Star. You called in help from Penny, Piper, and Moxie to steal the relics back from Agent L and the AIM agents, successfully doing so. With all that being done, you finally return back to the home of the Isa estate, back home to the Isa estate, where you settled in for the evening and to make your plans. When a man in a familiar blue suit arrived, familiar to the audience, not to y'all, however, familiar to Penny, as this was her father, Paul Isa, returning home. So that's where we're picking up tonight. All of you are currently seated, lounging wherever in the Isa like living room area, just off the kitchen, where Paul Isa has just dropped his briefcase onto the counter and kind of surveys over the room with a bemused smile. Again, he looks like your typical kind of corporate manager. He's got a very well fitted blue business suit with a white shirt underneath and a matching kind of like light gray tie. And he has sort of dark tan, Greek appearance, and has dark hair that is neatly cut and very short on the sides. And he sort of looks over everyone and says, "So, pizza, maybe?"
Yeah, Dad, that'd be great.
All right, pizza. Looks over, sees Moxie, and says, "Moxie, I didn't know you were visiting." "Oh, yeah, hey, Paul. Yeah, I'm here to kind of helping out the youngins here, I guess you might say. I don't know why I said youngins, but yeah. I'm also supposed to be British, and I just realized that."
I was like, is this a new level of her? Like she spoke British
No,
to us, but no
I
one
just
else
totally
realizes
forgot.
it.
She doesn't
I
fake
totally
the
forgot that
accent
she had a
around
British-
around Dad.
She's a fake.
I totally forgot.
She's doing a Magic Brian. No, I am the real
But
Moxie.
which one is the real Moxie? No, she says, "Oh, right. Yes, I'm here helping them, I guess, for the next, however long I'm in town for. I suppose I have a few things to catch up on you with." Right. Well, we'll talk later. It's a bit late right now. I'll put an order for 3 pizzas. Pepperoni good with everyone?
Yeah.
Cool.
And he picks up a phone and heads off, and you can hear Dad talking to the phone, basically yelling into it from the other room.
Too good.
Moxie looks at you, Penny. "Did you know he was going to be back?"
Yeah.
Oh.
Why?
I thought he was on business out of country for the next few weeks.
Oh.
Huh.
Did she? not know that? Would Penny have known that? I don't know.
How well does Penny know? I mean, how well does Penny keep up with her dad's schedule?
I mean, she usually tries to avoid him because he tends to nag. So I guess somewhat. But I feel like she would have known if he were out of the country. So
Yeah, he left probably a couple weeks ago, saying that he was going to be gone for saying that he had business. He was on a business trip. Maybe he didn't know exactly where he was going, but he's back a bit early from what his itinerary was before.
then I shall take back what I said. He's back a little early.
Huh. Well, I suppose everything went well then. I'll catch up tomorrow, I guess, on business stuff.
Yeah, I should do that too. Yeah, all the time when Dad comes back, we catch up on business.
Right.
That I'm
sorry.
Hello. Sorry.
What?
Am I
What
quiet?
was your question?
Okay.
No, I just didn't catch. We only caught the end of that.
Okay. Speaking of business and catching up and everything, does he know that I'm
I
Oh,
don't
a
know.
user or a thief?
either? Both. Cuz if he doesn't, let's keep it that way.
About the anima user or the thief?
Both. She just slinks back to her couch and shuffles in.
Okay.
I would imagine he probably knows that you're an anime user, just by your proximity to Penny right now, and the fact that he knows a lot about a lot of people.
Is he an anima user?
Oh, yes.
Oh. Well, then he definitely knows.
I guess I don't know how much Penny has been sharing with her father.
You know, Dad's away a lot. He doesn't need to know everything. It becomes too much after a while.
Right. Well, that's a bag of family drama I don't really want to get into.
Yeah. Do you need help moving those vases into storage, or do I have to sit here uncomfortably?
Oh, no, it's all in the basement right now.
Got it.
Oh, but yes, there were a few things that you could probably grab if you wanted to. I might have left outside.
What the hell was that?
I seemed like Feng wanted it out. She gave it to him.
Okay.
Paul
Really?
comes back
did?
into the room. No, but Moxie stays in there and just lets Fang go and excuse himself. Picking up on that, Paul comes back, hang up the phone, says, "Well, all right, should be on its way. 30 minutes, or it's free, I guess." Penny,
Yeah?
can we talk for a bit?
Yeah.
Come on, I gotta unpack.
Okay. I'll be right back, y'all.
Ooh.
I think Aurora's definitely still here too, and just kind of leans over to you, Piper, like, is it always this awkward around here?
Oh yeah, totally.
Wow. I don't know if I want to stay here now.
Well, it's fine. He's nice enough.
Right.
Plus free food.
That's true. Free food. That would be nice. Okay. She like leans back towards the TV. Penny, Paul leads you down. God, so many P names. Why did I do this to myself? No, wait, you named Paul. I didn't name Paul. You did this.
Oh no,
to
that's
me.
right. It is my fault. Sorry. My bad.
2 whole P names.
Penny, Paul,
3 with
Piper.
me. You
sure I
addressed
have
me.
more.
I didn't put myself in this scene.
I wanted to add some flavor to it. You're led down the hall or upstairs to the second floor where he grabs a suitcase and hauls it upstairs. And as you're following him, he kind of looks back over his shoulder and says, "So how's business going?"
Good. Checked in at the casinos this week, and things are good. Overall, business is up. Yeah,
Good.
Things are good.
That's good to hear. I got a call from apparently there was some sort of security alert at one of our client casinos. It's the Star something Star.
Yeah. It got taken care of. It got handled.
You sure? I think I need to look in on. I know it's a lot for you to try to take care of everything while I'm out of town. If it's too much, I can.
No.
I can step in.
It's absolutely fine. It was kind of out of our purview after a while. Gas main explosion.
Sort of looks back at you. We're gonna do a roll here. Where's my skill list so I can remember what they all are in this game? We'll do deceive.
Good thing I swapped that up to good last week. All
Good call.
right. That's a 6.
Holy shit. All right.
I got a null and 3 pluses plus 3.
Yeah, I got a -2 on just the base roll. So yeah, you succeed. And I think that'll also be a that's
Style?
a stylish success. Which for an overcome. Yeah, you get a boost in addition to gaining your goal. So, yeah, I think the boost you get here is that he's trusting. That he believes you, and he's trusting of you right now for the rest of this conversation. Says, well, all right, I'll leave it in your hands then. Seems like you're doing good around here. Other than that, seemed pretty quiet. Finally reaches his room, tosses the bag in before heading down to his office to drop off his briefcase. You still following until you reach the end of the hall, and then he heads inside, flicks on the light.
Probably unconsciously, just following him around.
Says, so, Moxie's here, huh? How long has she been in
Yeah.
town?
About a week.
She say what her business was here?
She's been pretty secretive. Very hush-hush. Very... Well, I'm gathering very Moxie, so... We've been training with her, though.
Training? Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
Why?
Well, Moxie doesn't usually take on... We've been trying to get her to train our newest recruits for months now. She keeps blowing them off.
Oh.
Who are your friends?
Oh, I told you about Feng, right?
Yeah, Feng. Mm-hmm. The boy from the North Star. Right. Yeah. The other one I recognized, the pop star. I see her on the billboards.
Piper.
Yeah. And the other two.
One's Piper's sister. And
Okay.
the other one's Vivi.
All right. And I'm gathering they're all, well, gifted.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So Moxie's training all of you.
Yeah, that's the plan.
She give a reason for it, and she need you for an assignment.
She kind of just took an interest in seeing so many of us around, I guess.
He's moved to the other side of the room, like behind his desk, where he sets the briefcase down. He sits down in the chair, like hits a button, and the computer begins to come on. He leans forward. He says, "All right. Well, as far as I know, Moxie's not on assignment right now. She requested some leave, so after she got pretty badly hurt on her last assignment. So I was surprised to see you here. Worried about her, of course. You know, she was part of the family. Do me a favor. Just let me know what's going on. I feel like I've been a bit in the dark here. Didn't expect to walk into my house and have it so full. Not complaining at all, mind you. It's good to have people around, especially if they're all helping with our work around here. But, you know, if Moxie says anything, tells you why she's in town, just let me know, okay?
Sure, Dad.
All right. Anything else we need to talk about? I mean, it's been a while since we talked, kiddo.
I don't know. I was actually gonna take Feng out to look at a couple new business opportunities. So I put that packet together. I emailed you, I think. So. If you
Oh,
want that.
right. I haven't had service for a little bit. Meant to check in on the plane. Got distracted. Like hits a button, unlocks his computer, says, "I'll look at it." I'm sure it's all in order. Yeah. If you bring a new client, just well, you know the drill. So, good work though. I'll probably be in town for the next couple weeks though. I don't have any other business assignments for a while, at least through the holidays. So, you know, if there's anything you need from me, just give me a shout, okay?
We can grab breakfast if you want.
Yeah, breakfast sounds good. Breakfast sounds good. He's already like looking at his computer and stuff. He says, maybe brunch tomorrow?
Yeah, sounds good, Dad.
Great. I'll be down when the pizza gets here. I just gotta respond to a few things while I can.
Backing out of the room. Okay, Dad.
And he's already gone into work mode again.
It's like she's gonna say something else. Turns around, leaves the room.
Okay. Boy, I'm just channeling my own dad right now.
Amazing.
The kiddo just like came out. I was like, oh, God.
It seemed so natural.
Anything y'all want to do tonight planning? You have a lot on your plates right now. Might be a good time to come up with a game plan. One of you being hunted by, a couple of you being hunted by Stephanie. Well, actually, yeah, I might as well just go ahead and lay this on too. Vivi.
That's me.
While you're all sitting, I think what happens, pizza arrives, you're all eating, taking a chance to kind of relax a little bit. Paul comes down, grabs a slice, doesn't even put it on a plate, like eats it while kind of watching the TV for a bit. Once he finishes it, he heads back upstairs, engages in like a little bit of polite conversation with Moxie and the rest of you, asking usual dad questions. But again, it doesn't seem like he can go more than about 10 or 15 minutes without focusing on work. After you've eaten, plates are being washed, and food's being put away. People are being shut down for the evening, and a few people are retiring to their rooms for the night. I imagine Vivi's probably usually one of the last people to actually head to bed for the evening.
Sure.
I don't know if that doesn't make sense, then maybe you're already in your room at this point.
Makes as much sense as anything else.
So I'm imagining Vivi is like the last person in the living room. Aurora has been lying on the couch, like texting on her phone. Finally stretches and gets up and heads upstairs, like night. And around this time, so you flip off the TV and the room goes dark, your phone begins to buzz.
I check the caller ID.
Blocked.
Curiosity gets the better of her. Who is this?
Hey, Vivi. It's been a while since we talked.
Is this fucking Stephanie?
It is.
Jesus Christ. Hi.
I was sitting here at my desk, had a couple meetings, got kind of caught up, but started to slow down a little bit, and well, I started thinking about you. How things going?
Oh, as good as it can be. Vivi immediately starts checking windows, looking to see if she's got a sniper on her or anything.
You begin to look at windows, pulling curtains and looking outside. You can roll a notice check, actually.
I will. It's this one. Blah. I got a 3.
That's pretty good. Yeah. You look outside. You don't see anyone in the yard. No red laser sights sweeping the grounds. Nobody hiding in the bushes. What you do see, though, and I think you hear it first because, you have a pretty good ear, I think, for buzzing noises, and you catch just the faint bit of something moving in the air, and you see a drone, one of the personal pilot drones that is just kind of hovering in the backyard.
She's just gonna stare it down, and say, as far as I'm considered, our business is concluded. If you stay out of my way, I'll stay out of yours.
See, that's not entirely accurate. Hold on a second. And you hear a couple but a sound of a keyboard, and then you get a ding on your phone. And you look down and you have an email.
I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna navigate to open it and not do it quite yet. And whilst I'm doing that, I'm gonna hop up on the railing and start walking towards that drone.
Okay. She says, I just sent you something to look at. Well, when you have time. You seem a little bit busy right now.
I'm never too busy for you, Steph.
Do you open the email?
Yeah, I'll open it and just sort of glance down at it briefly.
There's a file attachment to it of a like a video file, and you open the email,
That's never a good thing.
open the video, and you see what looks like a security camera feed of the exterior of the Platinum Star Casino. And you watch a very familiar scene play out of you and Moxie and Piper and Penny and Feng all doing some really weird shit on video. And she says, "See, I think you owe me a little bit more than we initially discussed. That's a pretty hefty bill. My insurance is going to go up after that. And I don't know if you know much about the casino industry. We pay a lot for insurance. And that it's sort of a tension and this sort of, well, this trouble just, well, it would give me gray hairs, if I let it get to me. So, there's a couple things I can do in this situation. I can, I could give this to the police. They probably wouldn't really understand much of what they were seeing, but they'd probably have some questions for for you and your friends here. There's a few clicks, and she says, let's see. Well, Piper, she was easy to find. She performs at my casino. I probably have to cancel her gigs now. And I could probably talk to some coworkers of mine. I'm pretty close with a lot of the other managers in the area, and well, she'll be lucky if she could perform at a Golden Corral after I get done with her.
I get it. You're gonna make our job really hard.
Oh, extremely.
Or our
Extremely.
lives.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Well, a couple of things. One, I want what you promised me. Just what I'm owed.
I can't do that.
I don't believe you. Listen, I know you're a go-getter. You are one of the most enterprising, how we can say, private dealers that I've worked with. I don't have any doubt that wherever that might be, wherever the relic that I asked you to acquire might be, I have no doubt that you could get it back for me. But I don't think that squares us up at this point because, it's already mine. You just owe it to me. I also need, surprise, surprise, and there's another ding on your phone, another email, and this one has an image attached, and it is a photo taken, presumably from the Eyes Estate's backyard, from earlier this day, of Penny, it would have been Penny, Piper, and Moxie sitting with Aurora outside on the patio. And the image is focused on Aurora, and she says, well, it seems like you're rubbing elbows with somebody else that I need to have a in-depth conversation with. So here's the deal. You bring me the vase and the thief, and maybe I'll call us square.
You make a convincing argument.
Sort of my job.
And that might have worked on me back when I worked alone. And she's going to forward both those emails to Penny. That's just the problem, Steph. I don't work alone. And she's gonna throw her phone at the drone.
Okay. Trying to trying to bust up the drone, or just enough to just to be a shit?
I'm trying to take out both the phone and the drone at the same time.
I'd love it. Okay. Let's. God, what would this be? Shoot.
Sure.
Shoot seems the most appropriate for throwing. Well, that or athletics.
I will take athletics because it's
Okay.
slightly better. That actually roll? Oh, no, clear that up. Okay. Hit
I'm
F.
going to set this at a. You're taking out a drone with a phone. I'm going to say, which is fun to say, but I'm going to put that at like a 3.
Okay, well, I got a 2.
Do you want to invoke anything?
Oh, what am I? What can I invoke for this? Well, I've got 2 that I feel like would be appropriate, but I have to actually remember what they actually represent. Either got what I came for or wrong place, right time. Which, like, wrong place, right time just, like, evokes that, like, bird that got obliterated when that one pitcher, like, threw it through a...
Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, so if you're wanting to do this purely like mundanely without using Vespa, then yes, I'd say you can invoke that one instead. So just a lucky shot, essentially.
Essentially.
Yeah, I think what happens is you throw the phone and it doesn't hit like center mass on, or no, actually, yeah, I think this is what happens. It hits and it like cracks the camera on the bottom of the drone, and the whole drone kind of starts to spin and then overcorrect, but the camera isn't working, so it just kind of drives down and then just embeds itself about half a foot into the lawn, and you can see the propellers still trying to move as it's correcting itself, and the phone has fallen about 20 feet from it, and the screen is just like shattered on it.
Great. I'm just gonna keep on like hopping rails until I get to Penny's room.
Okay. Penny, you were, I assume, getting ready for bed. Your phone dings, and then
Tap, tap, tap on the window.
Pulls the gun from her bedside table.
That's fine.
Slinks over.
Yeah, no, like Vivi's just got her hands up already.
Opens the window.
Did you get my text?
I have a door.
Yeah, that wasn't quick enough. Did you get my text?
Yeah.
We've got a problem.
Fuck.
Yep. Fuck.
Get in here.
Scoots in. I'm gonna need a new phone, by the way.
What happened to your phone?
Long story. Never mind. It's a short story. I threw it at a drone. There's a drone in the yard, by the way.
What? Looks out the window. I'm gonna need that. Okay. Give me 5 minutes. Probably need to talk to Dave.
Just enough time to pick up that drone. Vivi slips out the window again. She'll go get that drone for Penny.
okay. Penny, you call Dave.
Yeah.
All right. You give Dave a call. Yeah, I assume he's probably working tonight. And he picks up and he says, hey, watch that. Penny, I was just about to call you.
What's going on?
Listen, be careful. Those are company monitors there. I don't understand. We're still under contract for another 6 months. He gets back on the phone. A bunch of the security for the they're clearing us out. They're telling us that our services. Do we end our contract with the Platinum Star?
Comply with whatever they say. I'm figuring it out. I think there was a bit of a misunderstanding with the big hubbub the other day.
Right. So just okay. Just okay. I'll grab them. Yeah. I'll call you right back once I get everything out of here. I gotta load it up in the van before they throw it in the dumpster or something.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. He hangs up.
Starts banging on people's doors and waking them up.
All right. Who are you waking up specifically? I assume Piper and Feng.
Piper and Feng.
Feng's not in his
And
room.
Moxie.
Okay. What about Feng?
Oh, he's not in his room. He's round in the corner with like leftover pizza in his hand.
You're like knocking his door, like, wake up, Feng, wake up. And he just comes like around the corner.
Basement. 5 minutes.
How?
You know what? Just go grab the rest of the leftover pizza. We'll probably need it.
All right. 5 minutes later, Star Wipe. Piper, Penny, Vivi, Feng, and Moxie. So everyone but Aurora right now is in the basement. Your hangout zone.
Yeah.
Got bean bags and a foosball table.
Mm-hmm. Pool too, I'm assuming. So that's the problem.
Yikes.
And what exactly do you want us to do about it?
I mean, I thought maybe we could all brainstorm because, well, we're kind of all on video.
We just call him a liar.
Like it's a deep fake or something.
Yeah, something like that. Like, ooh, people are really going to great lengths to make crazy videos nowadays.
Yeah. I mean, we don't even have to call it a deep fake. Like, I feel like it's far enough away that we could pass it off.
Val, remind me again, for normal people, when we activate our animas, they cannot see it, correct?
No, yeah. I think we decided that it shows up on video, but you can only see them if you are another anime user. So, to anyone besides y'all, you were all flying around and blowing up the ground and stuff. They wouldn't even be able to see the phantom that you were fighting.
It just looks like we're destroying the property.
It looks like you're hulking out and destroying the street. Yeah.
And that a car is floating in the air by itself
Yeah,
and falling down on the ground repeatedly.
I mean, they're not going to be able to convince people that I can flip a car.
Biggest problem is them believing that we're responsible for it. Because the damage is very real.
Well, as far as I see it, we're kind of screwed because, one, that vase got destroyed. And two, I don't think anyone here wants to...
I don't think it got destroyed.
The vase
I
didn't
think
get
it's
destroyed.
Did it not?
upstairs.
Oh, it's
We took
okay.
it back. Yeah, we took
I
it
mean,
back.
Yeah, well, since the vase no longer houses a phantom, we could just give that to Stephanie.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Especially since she wants it so badly.
Oh, so it's just like a spite thing now.
Okay.
Hey, Penny, we're kind of in trouble here, so.
Sounds to me like there's only really one option with all of this.
Start a movie company
Okay,
and
two
run this
options.
as the promotional for our latest movie.
I could do a superhero franchise.
I think Stephanie's going to continue to be a problem unless you deal with her. We need to know what she knows anyway. With, well, her involvement with the Phantoms.
Yeah, but isn't that gonna kind of then fall on the four of us? With your whole, situation.
Unfortunately, yes, that's not much I can do to help you in this situation. I don't relish the idea of sending you in there. But it seems like the problem's going to come to us if we don't get proactive with it.
Well, if we are gonna do something about her, we can't meet her on her home turf. It's Power Plays 101.
The vase is one thing, but she wants your sister. You just gonna give her Aurora?
No, when did I say that? What, hey, what do
Then-
you have you ever watched a what do you think take care of her means?
She's gonna kill her.
I mean, if she doesn't, I will.
So what are we gonna do?
We're either gonna have to get rid of her, or we're gonna have to find something that she wants more than the vase and Aurora. Either way, we can't meet her in the casino.
I don't know how we're gonna get rid of her. She is untouchable.
Nobody's untouchable.
I pride myself on doing pretty impossible things. Getting rid of Stephanie is more than impossible.
Well, luckily you're not doing it by yourself. Come on, we can sit around and whine, or we can figure this out. Do you have something better than the vase we can give her? Because if not, we should set a trap. She's making us bargain with people's lives, make her bargain for hers.
All right. Well, what's big and scary enough to threaten Stephanie?
I'm just seeing like a bigger Stephanie now. I don't think that's helpful.
I mean, all of us together if we can get her alone.
How do you presume we're gonna do that?
Oh, I don't know. I'm more of like a big idea person.
I just had a really stupid, cartoonish idea in my head.
Okay.
The only way Stephanie's gonna feel safe enough to be in a room with all of us by herself is if we meet her at the casino. But what if we don't stay at the casino? Moxie, how many people could you move at once?
That's difficult to say. I'm most comfortable when it's just me. Anyone else I travel with, the further I have to extend my influence, the more it drains me. So, at max, 6, but I'd be out after that.
But what if you don't have to take all of us?
Not all of us need to go to the meeting, right? Probably Vivi, since... Well, she's a little fixated on you, honestly. If we weren't going to
It's
be
kinda
dealing with her,
creepy.
I would say, yeah. And then... I mean, I could go.
It's your vase. What if... Moxie, could you move the 3 of them and you from the casino to my apartment?
The problem with that is I'd be going in blind. Literally blind.
Yeah.
It's not impossible. It's I with this curse I can't see anything. It doesn't mean that I couldn't guess. I tried going in the casino before and I ended up tripping over a waiter and sort of making a fool out of myself. But I
Would
don't
it be
know.
easier if you could visualize it?
There's actually something
Perhaps.
I've been meaning to try. Earlier, I was able to basically extend some of my power into Vivi's bees to make a sort of beedar. Wonder if I could do the same to you, give you a little bit of sight.
It's worth a shot. Either that or my brain explodes. So
I'll keep the setting low.
I suppose if you linked, it'd be safest if you linked yourself with Ion. It seems like the fusion of 2 anima might be safer than anima and person.
Alright. We can try it now and fine-tune later, I guess.
If you were able to... Well, I suppose let's try and see how it works first.
Okay. What would this be as a roll?
Boy, do I not know.
I have craft, if anything, to amalgam like animas together.
Yeah, craft could work.
There's like a will thing.
To impose my force of will on hers.
Yeah.
That feels like a will thing to me.
I think we've been defaulting to will for any sort of like a catch-all doing something weird with your anima power. So I think we should just stick with that. So yeah, let's go with will.
Got it.
Savannah, everything good over there?
That is a 1.
All of the icons just disappeared off of the action bar of my computer.
Oh no!
That's
Oh.
scary.
That's Zoom, baby.
They're all gone.
That sounds like the Zoom curse that we were
The
dealing
Zoom
with on
ghost is
Thursday.
back.
It looks fine though. It's fine. Continue
Okay.
on. Oh, they came back.
All right. So, yeah, we'll roll will. This is going to be pretty difficult, though,
Oh boy.
for what you're trying to do. I'm going to set this at a... So 3 is good, 4 is great. I'm going to set this at a 4.
I got a 1.
Do you want to try invoking anything for another shot at it, or
What would I have to invoke? Let's see.
this is your test run though, so we can flavor it like this. I can give you a little bit of feedback on things that like we can create some aspects that might help you with the next time. I think in the narrative of this, it might make sense if it didn't work
If it
out
just
perfectly
failed. Yeah.
Yeah,
this
I
time.
feel like that's pretty good.
Yeah. So here's what I think you try to do. You try to melt. You essentially try to do the same thing where like your armament addition to Ion. So it's this little ball of light, and suddenly there's just like a helmet over it. Like
It has tortoiseshell glasses.
yeah, I'm imagining like Kirby, like helmet on, where it's not like quite fitting fully over it, but it's like over like the top half, and there is kind of like a sparking to it, like the synchronization isn't entirely there. So essentially what you're trying to do is like fully give your aura reading power to augment Ion. And I think what you realize pretty quickly is that's not going to work, like totally, where she could just totally take on that power. And I think what you find is that it's specificity and kind of limiting it is makes it a little bit easier. So I'm going to say here, as far as like the failure, but a little bit like the mixed success here, is that you feel like you could give Ion the ability to read a location that you have already scanned.
Mm-hmm.
But unless you had that information already, it wouldn't be possible. So if you're able to scan a location yourself, you could then impart that sort of sense memory onto someone else.
We gotta get you into her office.
Yeah. Fang like just recoils a hand as there's a bit of static electricity between himself and Moxie. I'm getting the sense that I'm gonna need to see the place first before I can give you the download.
Yes, I smell toast. I need to sit down for a moment.
Oh no.
Lift both your arms up. Make sure that you can hold them side by side.
She does. She's fine. She's just the brain feedback there was not great.
Idea time. Penny, can you get the blueprints of the casino?
Yeah. I mean, they're public record for the most part. It's pretty easy.
Would that be enough?
Brightens. This sounds like a heist.
It'd be
What I will
basically the
say
same,
for
right? Knowledge of how to get in and out.
here's what I will offer for that. Fang looking like, as you consider that, it would work better if you were there and able to fully read like the area. Like when you do your aura reading, you don't necessarily do an aura reading of like, it's like the physical space. If you did an aura reading of the paper, you would just have the aura of the paper. Not necessarily the image on it. However, with the blueprints, if you had the blueprints of the casino, I mean, one, that might help you get in there easier. You could, go full heist mode to get into the casino. But with that pre-knowledge of it, I would give you an advantage, a boost on actually doing the aura reading in the casino. Yeah. So the heist would my mind's already in heist mode. The blueprints would help you in your role to when you have to do your order reading from inside.
He'll relay that information. It's not like reading the blueprints will give me some sort of insight into like the actual physicality of the room, but it'll help.
It's also a good backup in case you, like, I don't know, melt Moxie's brain or something.
Please don't put that on me. Oh. Hey, Vivi. How well does Stephanie respond to threats?
She is a living threat. So not well, I would assume.
Cool. Cool.
Why do you ask?
Oh, I was gonna stand on an opposite building of the casino and just let loose right past her office window.
Ah. Well, I doubt that would bring out Stephanie herself. I think that would let loose with some goons and probably a fleet of cops.
I buy us some time. Show her we're not to be messed with for the time being until she's more prepared.
Do we really want to give her time to prepare?
I can also blast through her window.
I feel like we keep on throwing puzzle pieces around without actually knowing what the full picture is. What is our plan here?
Get Moxie alone, teleport her somewhere where we can get her alone, and looks around the room, draws a thumb across his neck with a quizzical look on his face. Is from my understanding. I might be wrong.
I mean, I think the idea was more to just get her off our backs, but
I mean, killing is not really my style. That's just, I don't really do things that way.
Cool. Good. Good.
I could at least drop her off on the other side of the world and give us a few months until she works her way back.
Like, a few days as she charters a private jet.
I mean, if you take away her cell phone.
I think most importantly.
Sorry, I think the idea is to prove to her that we're not to be messed with. Utilizing our abilities to get her alone, preferably into somewhere like the panic room I have in my apartment.
You have a...
Yeah.
That better not end up on the blog.
Why? It's a panic room. It's supposed to be, secure.
Feng.
You can't tell people I have a panic room.
No. That's my point. I won't tell people about it. That's private information, not like she's releasing a new hit single.
Which was also private information.
Sorry.
Anyway.
The second thing I'll put out there too, just to keep in mind, is that she knows something. She has some connection to these, to the Phantoms and the Tribunal, or whatever they're calling themselves.
Right. That's the other step. Figure out what she knows.
So are we gonna keep her in your panic room until she gives us the information?
I mean, unless you have a better idea.
Don't know what her anima does.
Oh, wait.
That she has one.
Is Aurora in the room right now?
No.
No? Okay. We might know someone who does.
I don't think she even knew Stephanie had an anima.
I think we talked about that last time too. Out of character. I think she wasn't sure.
Okay.
You know that she clocked Aurora's anima when Aurora attempted to use whole place. I just blanked on her anima name.
Arc.
When she attempted to use Arc to steal from her, but Aurora did not see an anima or anything, or see her use any powers.
I guess
you
to
know.
be safe, we assume that she does have one and take steps to plan for that.
I just hope you know that the moment we start taking swings at each other, this is gonna turn into a full-out war.
Vivi, she's already taken swings at us.
Yeah, but the moment we swing back...
It's
I'll
supposed to keep getting hit.
Well, there's a reason why I did this alone to begin with, is that, you know, people can take swipes at you, but then you get away scot-free.
Okay, well,
Once you stand your ground and start fighting, then you got a potential to get hurt.
yeah, but this isn't just about you anymore.
That's why I let you guys know.
Got a third option. Holds up the aim card. We could talk
Yeah.
to Elle.
No, that's a terrible idea. She'll arrest you, she'll arrest her, she'll arrest everybody within a square mile, and then she'll lock you all up in some deep dark pit and will never see the light of day again.
Bad.
Why would she arrest us?
They've got a video of us being anima users.
She
And
aim
that's
hunts
totally
people like
illegal.
us. It is to them. People that use their powers against AIM disappear.
Which we haven't done.
If
Know
they
about?
even suspect that you are an anime user, you are on their radar. If that's the direction you want to go, I'm not going to stop you.
Oh no, I'm
but
still on
I'm
team
not going to
kidnapping.
support it.
Just so we're clear.
It was just something. So he'll tuck the card back into his back pocket. So
Okay.
heist.
Well, here's a crazy idea. What if we catch a phantom and let it loose in her casino?
No, collateral damage.
Like it's not already damaged enough.
There are going to be people in that casino.
Well, it'll at least show her why it's important to keep us around fighting phantoms.
You release it after hours.
After
What if
hours at a
the-
casino?
I don't know.
What if there
I'm not the
weren't
one
any-
with the gambling problem.
What if there weren't any people in the casino, though?
Ah, I see what you mean.
Well, like pull a fire alarm, get everyone to empty out, and then release the phantom.
I mean, if it's a crowded building,
Something
it's
along
pretty
those
easy.
lines.
Pretty sure
Will
this
do.
breaks some
It's a
sort of
goodie.
Geneva Convention.
Pulling a fire
Law.
alarm?
Airdropping a phantom into a civilian location.
With no civilians in it.
Here's a counter. We're banking a lot on me swooping in and evacing, as you Americans might say. The rest of us,
No one says that.
rest of you out. I don't know. I don't play Fortnite. The I don't know where I'm going with this character. She says, instead of that, and simplicity tends to be preferable. I could make enough of a row to draw, at least pull some alarms, get people out, maybe draw off her security, empty out as many people from the casino as possible. I know how to make a mess. That leaves her vulnerable there with maybe a select few guards. She probably won't evacuate unless she confirms that the situation demands it. Short of a bomb, I doubt she'd leave the building.
So then the rest of
Her,
us.
but we could
What?
take her to the phantom?
Well, instead of the Phantom, I would be the Phantom in this situation. That way I'm not going to kill any civilians, but I can at least cause enough trouble to give you all an opening so you can get in and threaten her with an inch of her life. And if there are any powerful phantoms there or entities watching over, and if this thing that hurts me in the first place is there, I can almost guarantee that it'll comfort me instead of waiting around.
It's not a bad idea.
My character probably knows Stephanie the best.
Probably.
Would threatening her life be the thing? Is her life like the thing she values most? Is there anything that we could possibly threaten that would be more effective?
You had the like very like Vivi scheming look on your face, and so I thought Vivi was like turning this into a D&D thing. I was like, so my character is like, Vivi, we don't have time for this. We can play Dungeons and Dragons later. Please take this seriously.
This seems a little. I would, for your history with Stephanie, I want to make you roll. There's some things I'm going to give you up front, but there's some things that that I can give you in addition based on like what you picked up on the streets.
Okay.
We have 2 skills that I think would. Well, I think the most appropriate skill would be lore. That's kind of the catch-all for information. I would also allow contacts in this situation too.
Okay. Either lore or contacts. I think contacts is my best bet here, so let's do that.
Okay.
I mean,
gonna set
she's
this-
one of my contacts.
Yeah, I'm gonna set this at a 2.
Okay. Bop. That's a 0.
Okay. Here's some things I can give you for free here. You've had dealings with Stephanie. I think you had dealings with her before this job went wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And that was well, I don't remember how long. I guess that was the beginning of this game, right? That the job went bad.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have been a few weeks ago, month or so ago. But you've probably had dealings with her before then, have run jobs for her. She has always been a hard ass. Based on your read of her, I would say that she puts up a good front, but she's usually surrounded by guards.
Right.
She never really tended to show up to anything without at least a few hired hands on standby. So most of her power and her authority and her gravitas came from her power, her influence.
All right.
Most people with that sort of thing, once they're in a situation where their power and their influence no longer matter, then there's not really much for. I don't think you've ever gotten an imprint that she just had a death wish and that she would just be like, "Yeah, kill me," rather than give things up. I mean, she has a lot to live for. So, you've. With the failure, though, I don't think you know much more than that as far as like specific examples of people dealing with her. Yeah.
All right. Well, on the other hand, the Mirage isn't really a thing in this season, right?
No.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Let's regroup. We have a couple viable options. Either we set a trap, pretend like we're going to meet, and give her at least the vase. Moxie comes in with Ion, takes her out of the casino, and we put her in Piper's panic room. Piper's panic room. That's kind of fun to say. Sorry, I'm tired. Until she tells us what we need to know. Or Moxie goes smashing up the place, lures out a bunch of henchmen and guards, and then we all swoop in and take her somewhere?
I feel like anybody in our group can do chaos, but Moxie's the only person who can teleport.
Could smash up the place.
We should also be careful because her having footage of us smashing up her casino is what got us into this mess in the first place.
Yeah, and we don't have any control over those feeds anymore.
I mean, not legally. I've been spending way
True.
too much time with Vivi.
I don't know where you're getting that.
Mission Impossible. Have you not seen those? They're good.
Pop culture. Got my mind on other things.
Well, once we deal with this life-threatening event, we should have a movie night.
I mean, I'm not huge on Tom Cruise, but I guess they're fun.
It's fine. Tom Cruise is huge on himself enough for everybody. The easiest
one
thing I think
seems-
is I don't know how cameras and shit work, but hack the feeds, bust the cameras, whatever. Cause some chaos, pull the fire alarm, get people out. We go up there, threaten the shit out of her, figure out what she knows. She'll be too scared to mess with us from now on.
Or it just makes her angry enough that she focuses all of her energy on taking us out.
Then we just have to do a good job. Because the other option is do nothing, and I'm not doing that.
Well, why don't we pretend like we're gonna give her what she wants? Get into a room sort of alone with her. And then kidnap her.
I think we could pull that off. I'm a pretty good liar.
I've never stolen a person before.
It can't be that hard, right?
People are loud.
Not when they're unconscious.
Then
Too
they're
dark?
just heavy.
Slow look to Feng.
Too dark? It's just a little too dark, huh? Okay.
Right. So, you go in to make the deal. You're probably going to have to bring Aurora with you, which I don't like, but I assume you'll keep her safe. She doesn't have the level of experience that the rest of you do. And I haven't been able to train her yet. Take care of any guards. Get her out, and then I'll be the escape plan.
If we're convincing enough, she might walk out with us.
Maybe.
But if not,
Just... Well, I think it's the best plan we have. She sent a drone. And before too long, she's going to start sending people with weapons here, so...
yeah.
I don't like it, and I'm not sure you're ready for it, but... I think you can handle it. As long as you stick together. Right. When do we want to carry this out?
As soon as possible. We can't let her have a chance to plan.
We could go tonight.
I guess we call and set it up.
Right. Why don't somebody go get Aurora? I'll start getting ready. And then we'll make the call.
I'll talk to her.
Right.
Try and fine tune this whole aura reading thing so I don't melt your brain next time.
Please don't. Thank you.
Penny would like to see if there's anything in the family vault that might help neutralize a anima user. Yes, Feng. Yes, yes, RJ. I think we are on the same wavelength
The
here, my friend.
old fuzzy pink handcuffs. Have they survived the time slip? Okay.
I don't know.
They're purple now.
Let's roll. Let's roll resources.
Okay. Question.
Yes.
I had that boost
From talking to your dad.
from talking to her dad.
Yeah, that'd be
Could
gone
we-
by now.
Ah, damn. Okay.
Yeah, boosts only last for like the scene that you get them in.
Dang. Okay. That's okay. All right. It's a 2.
Okay. Um, do you want to invoke your Isa family aspect to boost this up? Because I don't know if I'm going to give it to you on it too. Yeah,
I
you could.
would like to.
Yeah, I think that's fair, given everything we
Okay.
set up. Okay, so spend the fate point for that, and with a 4. Okay. We'll bring the fuzzy pink handcuffs back into this. There's no way it can go wrong. You have sitting on a pedestal in the corner of the room, under a glass display case, a pair of fuzzy pink handcuffs. Stupid.
Naturally. It's amazing. Do
I thought I got
not
rid of them with the
denigrate
in the
this.
time break.
Time
No.
break.
The time break.
All right. So as you all prepare, Piper, you go to knock on Aurora's door to explain the situation to her. Let's go ahead and take our break. And we'll come back to do any last bit of preparation. If you want to have that conversation with Aurora or just like cut to the end of it, we can. So you explain things to her, Piper. It's up to you.
Just real briefly, I think.
Okay. We'll come back and do that after the break, and then we'll get started on this heist, kind of.
Person heist.
Person heist, otherwise called a kidnapping. Thanks everyone for watching.
She's an
We'll be back.
adult.
Adult napping.
We're all awake.
We'll be back. I'm so done with y'all. We won't be back. This is it. We're done. See everyone in a few minutes while we take our break, stretch, do all that good stuff, and we'll see you back here very soon. Bye-bye, y'all. Welcome back, Internet. Thanks for hanging out with us while we took our break. We're going to go ahead and jump back in here. Before we did, we talked about it over the break, figuring out exactly what the plan is here. So I want to talk out of character for just a little bit with the crew here to figure out what y'all want to do and how y'all want to approach this.
Okay. So we trick her into the false sense of security, make her think we're doing what she's asking for, get her alone in the room. Someone can cause a distraction, get all the bystanders out, and then Ion and Moxie come in and we swoop to the second location, which it's okay because it's our second location. She probably shouldn't be going, but still, never go to the second location. Never go to a second location. Is that about right?
I think so. But if we're going to have somebody make a commotion of some sort, we need to figure out who's going to be doing that and, like, how we make an excuse for them not to be in the room.
Because I guess not everyone necessarily needs... Well, so Vivi probably has to be there because the deal went through Vivi.
I would say, from again talking out of character with this, not going to push y'all one direction or another. You have Moxie at your disposal to do something that will be less interesting for y'all to separate and do things together. So if we're setting this scene, I think it's definitely more interesting if y'all are all involved in it in some way, like with the plan. As far as the distraction stuff goes, like if one of y'all served it as a distraction, it's gonna pull you away from like the crux of the drama. So that wouldn't be as necessarily as fun for whoever is doing the distracting part. So that's why I offered that with Moxie. So if we want to go with the distraction plan, I think Moxie's probably the best person to step in and try to handle that side. And then y'all can figure out how you're getting in. You also have the option of going in more subtly too, if you want to try to get in that way. But
my thought with us pretending to acquiesce is just to let her guard down so that she's like, okay, haha, you've done as I said. I can meet in a room with you because I'm getting everything I want. That was my thought with that.
I mean, the two things that need to be, I mean, this is crazy. The two things that need to be in the room with Stephanie at the beginning for her to believe that she has won is the vase and Aurora. So honestly, like, we could just plunk vase into Aurora's arms and push her in that direction.
Yeah.
That is the bare minimum that needs to be there.
yeah.
And then after that, like, I guess we as a team could, like, swoop in and, like, be both the distraction and the kidnapping force. But on the other hand, I don't know if we want to leave Aurora alone.
That's my thing. Because it's like, okay, great, you gave her to me. Now she's going to go in a hole or you'll never see her again.
Essentially, yes. I mean, what do you guys think? Like, everybody in a big group go in all at once?
I mean, if we do it that way, then the, like, taking Stephanie part of the plan might not even be necessary. Because then we can just talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Yeah,
would
I think we can
simplify
go with
things.
I think we can go with the everyone in the room plan.
And then just worst case scenario, things aren't going our way. We have
So I
an
started
escape plan.
blasting.
So
Fire
I
away
started blasting.
Well, that seems like a good place to, like, let's go with the plan there. Not everything has to be ironed out. I'm fully happy to say, well, we set this up beforehand. If something happens, I don't want to spend any more time necessarily agonizing over the details. But so as I hear it right now, the plan that y'all came up with is that the four of you will go with Aurora and the vase in an attempt to make a deal to smooth all this over.
Okay. Are we bringing the real vase, or are we bringing a decoy?
That's also a good question.
I mean, she specifically wants the vase, so
How many random looking vases do the Ises have?
I'm sure you could come up with a similar looking vase if you wanted to do that.
We can also wrap it up so that it, like, is vase shaped.
vase shaped.
Vase.
Yeah,
so she can't guarantee that it's the right or wrong vase at first glance.
But it gets us in the room.
Mhm.
Sure.
Okay. So fake face, real Aurora.
Oh, it'll still be a magical vase. It's just a vase that never lets flowers wilt when they're placed inside.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, so let's jump back into character then. I'll put on some more dramatic music. Piper, you're going to talk with Aurora.
Yeah.
Do you want to skip to after having told her what the plan is, or do you want to?
Yeah, I don't want to have to rehash the whole plan again. The assumption being I tell her what the plan is.
Okay. So the two of you are in the room that Aurora is staying in, and she's sitting at the edge of the bed. I imagine you're standing nearby, having finished explaining everything to her, and she takes a deep breath and she says, "Okay, I really didn't think this would happen like the day after I got here. But sure, I mean, I'm sort of the cause of all of this, so you're not actually gonna like leave me with her though, right?"
No.
Okay. Then yeah, what do I need to do?
Honestly, follow along and do what we say.
Okay.
And I mean to the letter. No, like, going rogue. No, like, funny business.
Okay, but what if I like see a good opportunity for me to like or but what if all of you get like caught and then I'm the one that has to like save all of you, like all heroic and shit?
If all of us get caught, you're gonna get caught too.
But what if I don't because I'm like super sneaky and I get away?
If you don't, because you're super sneaky and you get away, you come back here and you find Moxie. And you do what she says.
Okay. Fine.
I'm being serious. This is
No,
not
I
like
know.
big hero time. Okay?
Yeah, I can do that.
You're not the only one who's in over their head here, okay?
All right. I will keep my mouth shut. Do what I'm told.
You know I'm not saying that because I'm being a jerk, right?
I know. No, I mean, I know I screwed up.
You made a mistake. It's not like you could have known.
Yeah. Yeah. No, if this is what it takes to fix things, then I'll do what you say.
Just this once. Please.
I mean, yeah, I'm not promising like after this I'm gonna do everything you say, because like I gotta live my own life and stuff. But
I
yeah.
would never ask you for that.
But like for the next 3 hours ish, I'll be a good sister and do what you tell me to do.
Not a bad sister.
Even when I break into your apartment and try to steal your laptop?
You probably wouldn't have done that if I'd been a better one.
Well, You had important things to do. You got busy. Uh, It's not your. You left home, and you should have. And it's not your fault things went bad.
I mean, this is basically like a fresh start, right?
Yeah. As long, I guess, once I don't have anyone gunning for my head, then yeah, pretty much fresh start. So does that mean I get to like room with you or something?
Do you even want to?
I mean, you've got a really nice apartment.
I know. That's not why
So,
I'm
like,
asking.
I mean, like, I'd want my own space. Like, if you gave me my privacy and wasn't like all up in my business, then yeah, I mean, that could be fun.
You cannot steal shit and bring it back to my apartment. Vivi does that
Oh.
enough.
I'll rent a storage unit. How about that?
Whatever. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna turn you out on the street.
That's nice to hear.
I have to move some of my guitars.
Oh, that reminds me, I need to bring one of your guitars back to you. I wasn't gonna sell it. It looked nice. I wanted to. I got some YouTube videos, and I thought I'd teach myself, and then I got bored, and so I stopped. But
If one string is out of tune,
yeah,
you will
it's-
live
it's
in a
fine.
storage
It's fine.
unit.
I'll bring it back. Just need to grab it out of the motel I was staying at. There's a flash of light behind her, and Ark appears and in a very loud voice says, "So we have a home now?" And she says, we'll talk in a bit.
Yeah,
Just calm
buddy.
out." She smiles, and you see like little bits of tears welling in her eyes, and she gets up off the bed and gives you a hug.
Please don't, because if you cry, I'll cry, and I'm not a cute crier.
I'm not gonna cry, dummy. You hear her sniff.
I will figure it out.
And Ark, still there, says, "Well, I'm excited. This sounds like fun."
Yeah. It'll be alright. For the next 3 hours, though, your mouth shut.
Yeah, 3 hours. And she backs off. Okay. Any other preparatory scenes?
Might want to talk to Moxie for just a second.
Okay. Moxie has loaded up, has like a duffel bag with some supplies in it, kind of loading up in the basement before y'all leave, because try not to make a bunch of noise and let everyone in the house who's sleeping hear what's going on. So the two of you are alone in the basement while I guess everyone else is getting changed.
Just I just thought you should know that my dad was asking questions.
Um, right, well, that's sort of his job, I guess.
He said that you were supposed to be on leave.
Ah. Right, technically, yes. I put in for some personal leave from company business.
So he doesn't know what you're doing here.
No. No, besides those of you here, no, nobody else knows.
Why?
She stops, puts her back down, and turns to you. She says, "Is it important to know right now?"
I don't know if I like you yet. And I don't know if I trust you. But when my dad started asking questions, I covered for you. So I just want to make sure that I did the right thing.
I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing. There's a lot going on. A lot of things that I haven't told all of you about. For good reason. I'm not keeping you in the dark because I want to. But to keep you safe for now. But I have every intention of explaining everything to you once I feel like it's safe to do so. I suppose it was foolish of me to think that you wouldn't catch on to that.
Dad also says you don't usually train people.
No, I don't. The people I train usually end up going out in the field and they usually die bloody. I did it for a while after I got started, and I stopped. Because, well, I felt that I was good enough to take care of things without needing any help. So I left the training to someone else. I found that most people I tried to train just tried to live up to my expectations, which usually got them killed.
We'll try not to die.
That would be preferable, yes. And I don't really want to send all of you in there. If I had the choice, I wouldn't. But, well, I don't feel like I have a choice here. We need answers. And this seems like our best shot.
You need to tell us eventually.
Tomorrow, when this is over, once we know what's going on, I'll explain everything.
Okay.
All right. I'm ready. Let's go get the others and get out of here before somebody wakes up and starts asking questions.
Okay. Oh, I almost forgot. Takes out the fuzzy pink handcuffs. We might need these. They
Oh, the
subdue
relic.
anima?
Right. Yes.
What did you think
You
I
hold-
meant?
Nothing. Nothing. I was a little confused. Will you hold on to those? I feel like it'll be best in your squad's hands.
Okay.
Feng like enters the room, sees the fuzzy pink handcuffs.
They subdue anima.
Oh. Oh, why are they fuzzy?
I never asked.
Okay. Okay.
I assume everyone else kind of regathers in here. Piper and Aurora looking a bit closer. You can see the bonds between them growing stronger. Their sisterly power magnified. I don't know.
During this time, Vivi has been poring over blueprints.
Okay. Of the casino.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I don't make you roll for that. It makes sense that y'all could get access to it with the resources you have. I will throw an aspect on the table that can be invoked, which will be the casino blueprints as an aspect, so that y'all can invoke those later for a roll.
Okay.
Oh boy, I have so many aspects on the table right now that are no longer a thing. Let's delete those. And okay. Is everybody ready?
So I'll never be.
Let's go.
Grabs the vase wrapped up in old Christmas wrapping paper with a bow.
Okay. You all load into the car, the van, maybe. Head off across town to the casino. After about 45 minutes or so, it's probably getting close to like, I don't know, it's after midnight. I'd say around like 12:30 at this point. As you pull up the parking garage across the strip from the Platinum Star Casino, it is busy, packed full of people making their way in and out of the building, despite the big like construction trucks outside the area. The hole in the ground is all like cordoned off by safety cones and tape and everything, and yeah, they're currently working on it, but it hasn't stopped. And then there's a patched whole like side of the building where that room got blown out, and so there's some like tarps over that as well, kind of billowing in a little bit of the evening breeze. And as you've pulled up to the parking garage, all of you loading out, kind of looking out over the casino and the strip as you're preparing yourselves. And Moxie says, "All right, suppose you all make it in. When you're ready for the distraction, send me a text."
Okay.
I'll make a bunch of noise. Good luck.
Do you still need me to?
If I need to come in, then can you leave a bee with me or something, just in case?
Vivi walks over to Moxie, and like reaches behind her ear. It's all like it was already there.
Oh, right. All right. Send word if you need to be evacuated. I will send Ion first. You can imbue Ion with your ability, and they will come back to me. It might delay the process a little bit, but it's the best I can think of.
You got it.
Right. Well, be safe. See you on the other side. The four of you and Aurora head out of the parking garage, striding across the street in slow motion, Reservoir Dog style. Before you make it up to the hotel room or the casino entrance. As soon as you have approached the casino, before you make it to the doors, a few big security guards like stop you as you're approaching, look you over. Follow us, please. And they flank you and lead you into the casino. Is there anything anybody wants to do as you are being led towards the back of the casino?
I'd like
Cry.
to try. Well,
Crying is still a free action, yes?
Crying is a free action, yeah. I won't make you roll for it.
Thank you.
Penny, you look off to the right, so you're led like past the slot machines and the roulette tables to one of the staff entrances. The security card swipes a key card, and you are ushered through inside. A few patrons of the casino like looking over, seeing this small entourage being led back, wondering what's going on, but nobody says anything. Most people too distracted by their casino experience. As you're led into the back rooms, Penny, you pass the former, what was the name of your company?
Wormhole.
Wormhole. The former Wormhole office here, now vacant. All of the computers and everything stripped from the room. And you're taken to an elevator at the back. The two guards head inside with you, kind of all of you crowding into this freight elevator, and they hit the button for the second basement level, and the elevator begins to descend. It dings. You step out into a similar sort of phosphorescent lit dark corridor. Very little to actually distinguish any of the walls or anything around here. It's almost like a maze that you are walking through down here. The interior workings of the casino, specifically built to confuse people that might wander their way back here, so they wouldn't have easy access to the vaults or anything. I assume, Feng, are you keeping
keeping a scan going, just a hand on someone's shoulder as he's walking.
Let's go ahead and roll for your aura mapping of the casino to create a route in mind. And the blueprint is on the table for you to invoke if you should need it.
I'm gonna need to spend a point of refresh, or can I just invoke that freely?
No, so it doesn't have a free invoke. If you choose to do it, you'll have to spend a fate point to do that.
If shit goes sideways, we want to get out, so I'll spend a fate point.
You don't have to do it till after you roll. You can wait.
Okay.
You can see how the result is first. This would be a will roll, same as before. And I'm going to set the difficulty for this at a 3.
2. So I will do that then. To bump it to a 4.
Yeah, and this is a full aspect, so it stays on the table regardless. This is not just a one-time use thing. So the you spend that, bump it up to a 4, so you succeed. So as you are going, you are creating sort of this aura map in your mind of the route that you've specifically taken to get down here, so that you could imbue Ion with that if you need a quick escape. Eventually, guards are silently leading you through here. Haven't said a word to you since you came through the doors. You reach a back office room that says like management on the door, and the guard, without knocking, just pushes the door open and leads inside. In this room, you see a very ornately decorated office space. There's like a shag red carpet that covers the floor. A couple of black couches, like immediately as you enter, around a glass circular coffee table. There's a full like bar on the left side of the room as you enter, with just shelves stocked with high-end liquor. Um, and on the far side of the room from where you enter is a desk, a very wide mahogany desk with a few computer like screens sitting on top of it, and sitting on the other side of the desk, watching you as you enter, you see Stephanie, who I don't believe any of you have seen before besides Vivi. Well, Piper, you might have had some. You used to do some gigs here. You might have met Stephanie at some point. She is probably like late 30s, has maybe early 40s, has dark hair pulled back in a braid behind her head. She's wearing a snazzy business suit made of some sort of like sort of, trying to think of the right material, sort of slightly reflective, like blue color to it, with these platinum buttons along the cuffs, with a like a very dark, almost like black shirt underneath, buttoned all the way up to her collar. And you've seen, those of you that have seen Stephanie before, she looks a bit different than the last time you've seen her. Like stress and age, like she has aged a few years since the last time you've seen her. She's got not necessarily like wrinkles or anything, but just like she just looks like malnourished, almost like she has not been eating or sleeping well. But that doesn't take away from her very stern and very appraising stare as she looks over those of you as you enter. The guards flank the door, and she sits in her chair silently for a moment. She looks up at the two of them. She says, "You can go." They sort of stop for a second and look between themselves, and she says, "You can go now." They hesitate and then leave the room, leaving you alone with her. Sit, please. I wasn't expecting so many of you. I would have brought in a few extra chairs or something.
That's all right. I prefer to stand. Hey, Steph. How you doing? Look terrible.
What can I say? Work's been a bitch. How about you?
I hear ya. Vivi's gonna walk over to the bar and start pouring herself a drink.
I know the rest of you by name. You haven't met me before, though. Stephanie. Manager, owner of the casino. And you are pointing to Aurora. I recognize you. It's been a while. Aurora looks a bit nervous, doesn't say anything though, just kind of glances up to Piper and stays quiet. Does anyone sit, or does she just? Are you all like standing around the room?
Piper sits.
Aurora sits next to you.
Feng will stand behind them.
And he stands off to the side, still holding the vase.
Right, so one of the things I asked for, obviously here, looks to you, Penny. I assume that's the other item that we've agreed to.
Walks over, puts it on the edge of the desk.
She stands up from her desk, walks around to the wrapped vase. Is there like it's tied with a bow or something on the top, or is
Yep. And it's wrapped up the way that you would like a little kid wraps up like a bike. You know what I mean? Like it's very like there's no box. It's very obvious.
You
that
know
it's
what it
wrapped
is just by
around a
looking at it.
vase. Exactly.
I hope you don't mind if I open it. I've never been really one to wait till my birthday to open presents. You didn't have to go through the trouble of wrapping it. She pulls the bow off. And
Vivi's gonna like put a hand out and like hold the paper together. I'm just curious. Why did you want the vase? Because any other buyer, by this point, they would have given up.
it has certain sentimental value, you might say.
Sentimental value.
Yeah.
This
My
doesn't ha- this doesn't have anything to do with all of the ghosts that people seem to be able to order around.
You mean anima?
Just sort of nods. Takes a sip
Yes.
from her drink.
Says, yes, I'm aware. I'm aware that all of you possess these unique gifts.
And you're also aware that there are plenty of these anima running around and terrorizing the city.
Yes. I'm aware. Things have gotten a bit unruly in these parts lately.
Well, we've been holding those anima back, hunting them down, stopping them. I don't know, superheroes? Are we superheroes now?
Pretty much.
Anyway, we've been doing all of that. So I'd recommend you not fuck with us so that we can keep doing that.
That's a bit hypocritical, don't you think?
What do you mean?
Well, the four of you are the cause of this in the first place.
Vivi just raises her eyebrows and takes a longer swig.
So you don't. Oh, that makes more sense now. Yes, I'm aware. My coworkers and I are very much aware of what's going on, and we're going to correct things.
You have a
I
really
need-
ominous way of saying things, Stephanie. Would you like to clarify?
Not particularly, Vivi. Are you going to let me open this or not? Because I'm starting to suspect that you might not have upheld your part of the bargain.
Vivi's gonna try and keep a straight face, but she's going to shoot a glance to the rest of the group. No, I want to know why you think this is our fault. Because we hardly knew each other until like a week ago.
Mortal perspective is funny like that. Time moves differently for you. I don't think this is my secret to give, though. And honestly, I kind of like seeing you stumble around in the dark like this.
Are
What?
you immortal?
Oh, right. Um, well, I suppose so. That's a difficult question. Stephanie, definitely not, but yes, I am.
I thought we were talking to Stephanie, so who the hell are you?
You're talking through Stephanie to me. You can call me Vulcan. And I am very happy that the four of you decided to come together. That's going to make this a lot easier.
Penny would like
And
to
she
reach
holds
into
out a
her
hand.
pocket and send a text of abort, escape, now!
Bees.
She holds out a hand as you hit the. I assume you had the text like already written, just you
Ready.
hit the send.
Yeah.
She holds out a hand as you're doing this, as you send the text message, and you watch as her. You watch as metal begins to form in her palm and then extends out into like a massive jagged cluster of like metal barbs and well, essentially like thorns that form into a blade. And her eyes almost seem to ignite with fire. And we're gonna need to go into combat, y'all.
We're all gonna die!
I'll tell you where we're not safe.
Jesus Christ.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna use my thingy of quick on the draw so I
That'd
can
be
use
fair
shoot instead of notice in my turn order.
Okay, I have the turn order somewhere. Okay, so I have Penny, that'll put you to a +3, so that'll put you first. Vivi is at a +2 still.
Yep.
I'm at a +2
Feng and
as
Piper.
well.
Oh, you're a +2 now as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
Piper, you still a +1?
Yes.
Okay. And then let me double check for Vulcan. Is that a +1 for notice? Moxie is at a +4. And Aurora is at a +0. So that will make the turn order Moxie, who isn't here, Vivi, Feng, Piper, Vulcan.
About Penny?
And then sorry. I meant to say Moxie, Penny.
Okay.
Alright. Moxie, Penny, Vivi, Feng, Piper, Vulcan, Aurora. Got a lot of people here.
Woof.
Penny, what do you do?
Okay. Stephanie has become this. I don't know if the fuzzy handcuffs are gonna work on an immortal. I thought she had an anima. Okay. The maximum
I never said
overdrive.
she had an anima.
No, you never did.
I dropped so many hints throughout
absolutely.
this.
You absolutely did. I thought you were just like, hey, you don't know either way. No, I know why. Well done. Okay. The maximum overdrive. How's that work again?
So we tweaked it a little bit since the last time we did it, but the rule as it stands is you can spend a fate point to invoke your anima aspect, which you create a situational aspect specific to your anima powers with a free invocation. So spend a fate point to create your ability, call out the name of your anima power, and you get a free invoke off of that. And then you get the +1, or I guess you're at +2 additional.
Yeah,
so you're at you'd get a +4 if you invoke when you invoke it.
Cool. Yep, gonna do that. We still need to talk to this thing. Vulcan is one of the tribunal member. So yeah, we're gonna call this time cage. Bubble. Just full Omega time bubble stasis.
So essentially you are creating a time bubble in this room that will lock them in here with you, or specific around them?
Specific around them. I want to freeze them in time, and then we can just like hamster ball them where we need to go.
So here's what I will say. For the maximum overdrive, that's more of like a broad scale effect, and then that could be a specific action that you take on this turn is to try to lock them inside. So we essentially create the time cage here, and then you could invoke, we can roll to try to specifically freeze them in place. And you can invoke that as part of it. So yeah, you create this Omega sort of exploding out and enveloping the room in darkness. Go ahead and we'll do this as a I guess we've done it before as a shoot roll for you.
Yeah.
You have that. Okay. So let's go ahead and roll shoot, and Vulcan will defend.
Okay. It's only a 2.
Sheets. All right. Vulcan will defend with fight. That's just the basic.
You know what? I'm gonna burn them all then.
So do you want to use your free invoke for this to bump it up to a plus?
Yeah,
bump it
I
up
do.
+4.
I do.
All right, so that'll make it a 6. All right. Vulcan will also roll fight. Roll to 6.
Fucking hell. Okay.
So on a tie with an attack, you don't cause any harm, but you gain a boost. So you gain a boost to this. So maybe we'll say like slowed. Is it like not contained, but like there's a slight boost. It slows them down just a little bit for this, for the next few seconds.
Okay.
Okay. Which somebody else can invoke on their turn if they wish. That will put it to whoever's next. Vivi.
I am Vivi. I want to say that the reason she's going second in initiative is because she took a step back to drain the rest of her glass and then smash it on the ground.
Okay.
Shit. So we were under the assumption that everybody had used their maximum overdrive by this point. Vivi never actually has.
That's right.
Remind me what the mechanical benefit of this is?
So when you use your maximum overdrive, it creates the aspect with a free invoke, but on top of that, when you invoke your maximum overdrive aspect, you gain an additional +1. So normally an aspect gives you a +2. Instead, this gives you a +3.
Gotcha. Okay. Vivi bursts into bees.
Like her entire form.
her entire body disintegrates into a cloud of bees, which like sort of spreads out and like fills the room.
Okay.
And the way that her maximum overdrive works, I'm calling this mosaic shuffle. She essentially like reforms herself in different parts of the room wherever she like wants to. It's not a full-on teleport. It's just kind of wherever bees are, so can she.
So she can like reconstitute herself wherever one of her bees is in this
Essentially,
space.
yes.
I love it.
So what I'd like to do is we don't know if the handcuffs are gonna do anything, but Vivi had like this was the plan, so she's gonna try it at the very least, to like rule it out if it doesn't work. I'd like her to like reconstitute next to Penny, grab the handcuffs, poof away, and then reconstitute next to Vulcan / Stephanie, and try to hook at least one handcuff onto them.
Okay. This sounds like creating an advantage with this. So let's do that. What sort of skill would be effective here? Because I don't know if this is a straight up fight. This might just be straight up fight.
It might just be straight up fight. It'd be great for me if it were burglary, but it's probably just fight.
I could frame it as burglary in this case, as it's almost more of like a sleight of hand sort of thing. You're not like trying to overpower them.
Misdirection.
I'd allow that.
Okay. Cool. All right. Great. And so I'm invoking that. That costs a fate. Does that cost two fate points or just one?
No, so you get a free invoke. So you don't have to invoke it now. So you spend the fate point to do your maximum overdrive. So mark that off, and then you can choose at any point to use the free invoke if you want. So go ahead and you can go ahead and roll the burglary check to create an advantage.
Okay. Hit button.
I'm just gonna have them roll notice to set the as to contest this for burglary.
Oh,
that's a lot of dice. That's a lot of dice. That's only a 1.
Cool. I got a 4.
Okay. I think to counteract this, to make it a... No, they don't have I don't think they have a aspect that they could invoke here to give a benefit. So no, yeah, I think that's actually succeed with style. So when you create an advantage and you succeed with style, you get a situational aspect with 2 free invocations instead of 1. And I think what happens here is that it doesn't like fully negate their power, like the blade stays in hands or anything, but they are now bound. So we can create creating the aspect like restrained or something in this moment. Like, do you hook the other side onto anything?
Their belt loop behind them.
Okay. I like it. So do you want to go with bound, or do you want to go with like one-handed, or...
We'll go with one-handed, I think, because now they're literally fighting with one hand behind their back.
Okay. So one-handed, and that has 2 free invocations on it right now.
Cool. I think that's what I've done.
Okay, and
I've done my worst.
So right now, sitting on the board, and just a reminder, everybody, on the table, if you go to view the table sheets, there is an aspect section where you can see all the aspects that are available right now, and where I track which ones still have free invokes.
Cool.
So, that will be Feng's turn then.
All right. You follow me, camera guy?
I'm following.
Oh no!
Feng is going to rush down Stephanie, and he's going to raise his hand, and he forms a tortoise mask. He's going to try and shove it into her face and just overload her with sensory.
Okay. Let's do that. So this sounds like a fight. just a straight up fight roll.
Oops.
Unless you're angling for something else.
Nope, it's a fight roll.
Okay. Let's do that.
Can I invoke the... Oh, I can invoke it later after we roll, right? The
Yes, you can
one-handed
invoke
thing.
it after the roll. You can see what the result is going to be and then invoke it.
Got it.
They're going to defend with fight too. God damn it. Keep doing that. They roll a 4.
I have a 6.
I think they're going to use, so NPCs get a number of fate points to use equal to the number of players in the situation. So they have 4 fate points to work with. Going to use one of those to invoke their aspect iron-willed parasite as an attempt to like, because this is a mental attack that you're going for against them to try to resist it. So that would put them to a 6. That would tie.
Would it be too late to do my overdrive?
No, you could do that if you want to spend a fate point for that.
Yeah.
You could still use the boost too, because that's only going to hang out for a little bit.
Yeah, the boost only hangs out for a little bit. You could use that.
Because how many times can I invoke? Just the once?
Per like
different conditions.
No, I believe you can invoke it as many times as you have fate points to invoke it with.
Cool. So I'll do the free invoke for one hand to get an upper hand on her, like plant it right in her face. That'll bump it to a +2, right?
Yes. So that'll put you at an 8.
And then I'm going to also overdrive.
Okay. What's the aspect you create again with your overdrive?
The aspect that shit. Blinded by the light.
Okay. All right. Are you gonna go and use that free invoke?
Yeah. So from 8 to 3, 11.
11 minus 6 equals. That'll be a 5 shift hit. Okay. 5 shift hit. Ow.
I'm gonna spend my last fate point.
Okay.
To invoke my Dragon's Fury. Once per scene, when you force an opponent to take a consequence, or are they going to be taking consequence off of this?
They're gonna take a consequence for this to negate that.
When you force an opponent to take a consequence, you can spend a fate point to increase the consequence's severity. If your opponent was already going to take a severe consequence, he must either take a severe consequence and a second consequence, or be taken out.
They're gonna take a severe consequence and a second consequence because the only one they could take with a 5 shift hit is a severe. So that'll be. So describe to me the attack. Like what is it? What's the outcome that you're looking for here?
So Feng leaps over the desk, grabs her one sword hand, and jams the palm of his hand into her face. For a moment, there is the tortoise mask, but then it splits into, and a dragon mask forms on the side of it. There is this light that leaks out of it in like a sort of flashbang.
Okay. So. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna give them the severe consequence blinded, because that is kind of what you're going for here, and then the. They have to take just a second consequence. It doesn't specify what kind.
Yeah, they have to take a second consequence. Doesn't matter what kind.
Okay, so I'm gonna give them mild consequence, stunned. Okay, since it's a flashbang, that sounds appropriate. You rush forward, grab their face, and this blast from the dragon like gauntlet that forms sends this beam of light straight into Stephanie's face, and you hear there's like otherworldly yell from this hit as she was like blasted back towards the desk. Here's what I'm gonna here's what I'm gonna do though. I'm going to compel your unbridled power. And I'm also going to compel Vivi's wrong place, right time.
I don't think I can deny this.
Do not have any fate points left to deny it with.
I dumped everything into this one move.
Then no, you cannot. You do get a fate point back. Vivi. You're muted. I didn't know what you said.
I'm taking it, man. This is fun.
Okay. Then I think Vivi also takes the hit.
Ooh, no.
So Vivi, I need you to defend as well.
Okay.
Potentially, I could take you out here.
That you could. But what fun that would be. I'm gonna go with a fight, right? Is that
Fight's probably the best option that you've got here. Yeah.
okay? Yes, I'm doing. Oh, clear. Button. Roll.
I keep forgetting to clear too every time I roll.
I'm like, 12 fudge dice. That's probably wrong. A 2's probably not gonna make it, but I'm gonna use one of my free invokes.
So what free invokes are still on the table here?
Mosaic Shuffle, at the very least.
Yes,
I feel like
you
that's
could
the
do
most
that.
applicable.
Yeah.
So a free invoke means either I add something to that or I reroll.
Yes. You could add +3 to it, or you could reroll.
Would +3 get me out of here?
That would put you at a 5, which would make it a 6 shift hit.
I'm gonna reroll. I don't think I can. I don't know if I can get out of this one.
A 6 shift hit would be a severe consequence, which would keep you in the fight.
I'll take a severe consequence. Let's just do that.
Yeah. That's probably the best chance you've got of getting staying in this right now.
Yep.
So I think what happens is you are blasted back along with her. Like, she goes slamming into you, crashing into the desk, and the two of you are like blown back towards the wall.
I want to say, cinematically, Vivi hits the wall, and Stephanie is about to slam into her, and then she just turns into bees and just like.
Okay. I do want to do one thing though, because this is wrong place, right time. So I'm going to give you one little advantage to what happens here. Just as Stephanie is about to slam into you, you see her hair kind of like pulled out from this braid, like splaying out in front of her. But you've been behind her too. You notice something. There is about 2 inches of a thick iron nail embedded in the back of Stephanie's head.
Holy
and you
shit.
see that just as you blast out. What severe consequence do you think?
Get your Mistborn out of our star power! Get your Mistborn out of our star power!
Never.
God. Okay. What are some examples of severe consequences?
Examples of severe consequence. That's a good question. These are like.
It's something that you like. It takes several.
Yeah, this is something that takes
time to go away.
Yes, a very long time. Where's the stressing consequence? Page 50. I should have had this up. 162. So a severe consequence. Severe consequences go straight to the emergency room. They're extremely nasty and prevent you from doing a lot of things. Examples: second-degree burn, compound fracture, guts hanging out, crippling shame, trauma-induced phobia.
Woohoo! Well, if we don't want to get too nasty with this, it could be that Vivi's having a flashback to a different timeline. And it's just severe disorientation.
Okay, yeah, I'm down with that.
Flashlight. what's it? Flashback, different timeline, evil Feng.
Oh, I did check too. There is an option above severe, which is extreme consequences,
Yeah.
which can avoid up to an 8 shift hit. However, that renames one of your you replace one of your aspects with.
That's terrifying.
But you didn't have to do it this time. Okay, yeah, let's just do like a severe disorientation.
Okay.
And that's going to persist.
I was gonna call it wrong place, wrong timeline.
Yeah, you can name it whatever you want, but something along those lines. All right, I want to get through the round as this happens. So that'll be Piper's turn then, as all of this has just shaken out.
Okay. And they've just let out this like horrible scream.
Yeah.
Right? Great.
And I will give you, Vivi is aware of this nail now. If Vivi wants to say anything or point it out or something like that, you are free to. So we can add that, because I'm going to add that as an aspect on the board.
I don't know that Piper would know what to do with that information. If they've just
Yeah, I think she just points and yells nail, and then like immediately there's like a splurt and like blood starts like pouring out of her nose and she falls to her knees.
Not the time to be flirting.
Okay. I think so Piper doesn't want any more people involved in this than already have to be, because this has already gone so far south. So I think she's going to look, make sure Aurora has gotten out of the way, and then preemptively bar the door.
Okay. You're trying to block Stephanie in. Mm-hmm. All right. I think that's going to be also creating an advantage. So how are you visioning that you are blocking the door?
There's gotta be some like real nice oak furniture in here, right?
Oh yeah, there's the big desk that's now in 2 big pieces.
Great. I think Piper is gonna manifest Vega, and just like take off, and sort of run to the other side of the room, get behind it, and just let out like a loud, where everyone's already screaming, just let out a loud sort of high note and try to blast it across the room into the door. So
Okay.
will come in.
Blast here. What skill are you thinking you want to use here? Do you have something specifically used for blasting stuff with, or do we just want to go with will?
I
I'd like shoot, athletics.
have athletics. Provoke probably
Athletics would
isn't
work
gonna
here.
do it.
Probably not. You could go with
I would like to
athletics
build
and-
my rapport with the desk.
Because the anima are just extensions of you, you could roll athletics here for Vega doing this, and then you can also invoke your anima power if you need to.
Cool.
I'm going to set the difficulty for this at a 3.
I've rolled, wow, so many blanks. +2, 3.
Okay. So you tie. For creating an advantage, you get a boost instead of an aspect. So it's not going to fully work out. If you want to invoke, though, you could turn that to a full success.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So that'll make it a 5 then. So you want to invoke like what your anima, invoke Vega for this.
Yeah, because he's got extremely loud and incredibly close.
Pretty close. Yeah. So invoking that, what Vega sends out this blast, like manifesting behind this piece of furniture, and then just blasting it, like embedding it in the door frame, as it like wedges itself in there. And that will create a situational aspect with 1 free invocation, and I'm gonna call this cage match.
Yeah.
All right. Got so many aspects on the board, y'all. Okay, so this happens. Boom! There's this explosion from Piper as this piece of furniture goes sailing across the room. That will also make it Vulcan's turn. And Piper... No, I think I was thinking I was going to compel something. I'm going to hold off on that. Probably get into that next time. But where I want to end here is gonna try to attack Feng in sort of retribution here. I think makes the most sense. So Vulcan lunges up and then tries to drive forward with this sword, and is going to try to hit you with it. All right. I think this will be a fight roll.
Okay.
That's a 5.
4.
Okay. I'm also gonna have them use their second fate point for this to up that by 2 to a 7 with their uncontrollable rage aspect. So that'll be a 3 shift hit.
Okay.
As the sword drives into, it is not like a singular sword blade. You see like the armor that has formed around you from Tortoise has like taken some, like, is almost like fractured from these metal spikes that are driven into, and as they wrench the blade free, a spurt of blood streaking across the ground. You realize that there are several spikes still embedded in your abdomen from that hit, and you have an aspect placed on you by the stunt that they have, which is Will of Iron, which gives them a free invocation on you. And Feng, you hear the voice of Vulcan, not Stephanie, in your mind in that moment, and you just hear this very like ragged, raspy voice echoing in your head, and says, "You're mine now." And with all of that happening, that's where we're gonna end our session here tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and put that Will of Iron, bang, free invoke on there. All right. That's the best place to stop it, because I don't think we're gonna finish this fight here today. But let's listen to positive music. Good stuff, y'all. How we
I was
feeling?
really hoping to roll low on that fight because I wanted to add a severe consequence to Fang, just to complicate things a lot more.
I mean, you could take a consequence if you don't want to do your stress instead, and just you want to be.
I'm gonna hold out until the severe consequence hits.
Consequences suck. I'd recommend against it.
You
All
say
go
this.
in together, Val said. It'll be fun, they said. It will take away from the cinematic aspect if one of you
Okay.
is behind, they said.
That was
That one
me.
is true.
Also, that was me also being like very nervous if only one of you was in this room when this happened.
Yeah.
That was me trying to help you more than anything.
That's very fair.
But I was gonna let you do whatever you wanted to do. I was providing a little gentle narrative push that all of you might want to be in that room, the
Fair.
room where it happened. So yeah, we will pick this up next time. Like I said at the top of the stream, unfortunately, we have a lot of conflicts coming up over the next couple Saturdays, and under normal Star Power scheduling, we would not be able to play another game until like January 8th. It should be a long time to go before we're resolving this. So I think, and what we talked about before, is we're going to try to do some makeup sessions in between on like off days. So I think we're gonna try to do the 1st of December. That's a Wednesday. A little bit different time. I think we're going to try to start around 6:30, so because people are working and need that time to finish up, get home, that sort of stuff. So come join us for that, for Wednesday nights, I guess we'll call it, on the 1st of December, where we will continue our session. All of you get a minor improvement. I'll go ahead and, or minor milestone for this encounter. And you're probably, I'll just go ahead and tell you, you're probably going to get a much bigger milestone when this is all said and done. So yeah. Anybody wants to promote before we get going? No? Okay. Well, thank you everyone out there for watching, and thank you to my lovely players for being here and making this a fun time, letting me fuck with you a bit. Not necessarily. I try to come at this with not hitting y'all with big surprises or trying to gotcha sort of situations. Yeah, I really tried to lay down some narrative threads to follow, but you can only do so much. But y'all are wonderful, and I'm very excited to see how this shakes out next time. Join us tomorrow, maybe, for Slang 201 at 4 o'clock Eastern time. We will give a firm announcement, confirmation whether we're going to be playing tomorrow sometime in the next 24 hours. And the rest of our schedule, check us out below our faces if you're watching us live on Twitch, and you can see everything that we're doing right now. Join our Discord. Best place to get announcements there, or over on our Twitter page. Links to both of those below our faces. Music just got super dramatic. That's not what I wanted. We'll just go back to this one. So anyway, thank you. I love all y'all. We'll see you in a few weeks. And until next time, good game and good night, Internet.